What if the exercise you trust most for stronger glutes is quietly training the wrong system after 60 so you feel sore, but not steady? Quick yes or no. Have you ever done squats and thought, my thighs burn, but my hips still feel wobbly? If yes, you're not broken and you're definitely not lazy. You may be building power in one direction while your balance system needs more side-to-side control. Let me be clear, squats aren't evil. They can be a useful tool. But here's the uncomfortable question most people never ask. What if the way many adults over 60 do squats at home? Tired knees, rushed reps, shallow breathing, and a little hip shift no longer matches what your joints and balance system need today. And this matters because after 60, strength isn't just how much you can lift. It's how confidently you can step off a curb, climb stairs, turn in the kitchen, and catch yourself when life surprises you. Here's the reality check from the people who track this for a living. The CDC reports falls are a leading cause of injury in adults 65 plus, and about 1 in 4 older adults reports a fall each year. In 2021, falls in adults 65 plus were linked to over 38,000 deaths and nearly 3 million emergency department visits. That's not to scare you, it's to focus on what protects independence. CDC, so what actually reduces risk, not just moving more, but improving your body's ability to stabilize, especially at the hips. Here's the game changer squats. Mainly hammer the big power glute, your gluteus maximus, great for standing up from a chair. But many people over 60 are missing the smaller, deeper stabilizer on the side of your hip, the gluteus medius. Think of the glute medius as your hip seatbelt. It keeps your pelvis level when you walk, turn, or stand on one leg. If it's undertrained, your body doesn't stop moving, it starts cheating, your low back tightens to feel stable. Your knees take extra stress, especially when they drift inward, and your balance quietly fades until stairs feel heavier and turns feel risky. And then you think, well, I guess that's just aging. But what if it's not your age? What if it's your strategy? Clinical research has linked hip abductor weakness, including the glute medius, with patterns seen in chronic low back pain, meaning instability is real, not a motivation problem. PubMed. So no, we're not banning squats. We're making your training smarter for the body you live in now. Your joints, your balance system, and your nervous system. Harvard Health also emphasizes joint-friendly choices and not ignoring joint pain because strong muscles should protect joints, not punish them. Harvard Health today, we train what I call the stability triangle. 1, strength still important. 2, balance control, especially side to side. 3, coordination and reaction so you can recover when you turn or step back. That's also why major guidelines for older adults recommend muscle strengthening at least 2 days a week, and benefits from balance-focused work too. CDC pattern interrupt if your brain says, I walk every day, so my balance is fine. Smile and remember walking is forward. Falls are often sideways or during a turn. That's why we're targeting the side hip stabilizers. In the next section, I'll teach you 4 simple glute exercises many people over 60 find more helpful than doing squat after squat, not because they're harder, but because they're targeted. They wake up the smart glute, improve pelvic control, and give your knees and low back less reason to complain. And yes, every move includes a wall or chair option, an easier and harder version, and clear cues so you feel it in the right place. Super important safety note if you've had a recent fall, recent surgery, severe osteoporosis, uncontrolled blood pressure, significant heart issues, or new worsening numbness or weakness. Check with your clinician or physical therapist first. During today's moves, stop immediately if you feel sharp pain, dizziness, chest pressure, or new tingling. We're training confidence, not gambling with it. Quick community roll call before exercise number 4. Comment your first name, age, and where you're watching from. And stay to the end for number 1. It trains the exact step back and turn pattern where many slips happen. And I'll share the one safety cue that keeps it knee and back friendly. Now let's start with number 4, the quick wake-up for your side hip stabilizers. Exercise number 4. Side-lying hip abduction. Wake up your hip seatbelt. Really lying down and lifting a leg. Yep. And here's why it matters. Research reviews of rehab exercises report that side-lying hip abduction can activate the gluteus medius at about 56% of MVIC, a common EMG benchmark for high activation. Size-space translation: you can train an important stabilizer without loading your knees and spine like a heavy squat. And if your hip stabilizers are weak, your body borrows help from places that get cranky, like the low back and the outside hip flexor, TFL. In an EMG study on side-lying hip abduction, the glute medius activation stayed solid, while a simple stabilization setup reduced helper muscle overwork in early reps. TFL dropped by roughly 14 to 17%. And the low back helper quadratus lumborum dropped by about 10 to 19% across some early intervals. That's a fancy way of saying better targeting, less cheating, setup plus safety, soft mat or carpet. Pillow for your head. Stop if you feel sharp pain, dizziness, chest pressure, or new tingling/numbness. If you've had a recent fall/surgery, severe osteoporosis, or uncontrolled blood pressure, check with your clinician/physio first. How to do it slow equals strong. 1. Lie on your side, bottom knee slightly bent. 2. Stack hips like you're between two panes of glass, don't roll back. 3. Top leg long, slightly in front of your body. 4. Toes slightly down, gentle internal rotation. 5. Lift 6 to 10 inches. Pause 1 second. Lower for 2 to 3 seconds. Common mistakes: feeling it in the front hip/TFL, lift lower. Turn toes a bit more down. Rolling open, keep belly button facing forward. Low back gripping ribs down. Exhale on the lift. Dose 2 sets times 8 to 12 reps per side. 3 days per week. Easy smaller lift or do it on a bed. Harder, hold 2 seconds at the top or add 1 to 2 pound ankle weight only if pain-free. Mini quiz. Did you feel it on the side of your butt more than your thigh? If yes, perfect. That's the hip seatbelt turning back on. Exercise number 3. Posterior hip abduction. Train the twist control fibers. Didn't we just do number 4? Great question. Number 4 is your straight side stability. Number 3 adds a skill most people lose quietly: staying steady while your leg goes slightly behind you and your body wants to twist. Think stepping back from the sink, pivoting to grab a seatbelt, turning fast in the kitchen. Here's the science nugget: a clinical biomechanics study comparing hip positions during side-lying work found the glute medius to TFL dominance ratio changed with rotation. During side-lying hip abduction, the ratio was about 1.10 in internal rotation, 1.13 neutral, and jumped to about 1.40 in external rotation. BackFit Pro, a ratio above 1.00, means the glute medius is doing more of the job than the TFL, so external rotation can help you target the stabilizer you want. Setup plus safety. Same safety rules: stop for sharp pain, dizziness, chest pressure, or new tingling/numbness. Keep movements small and controlled. How to do it: small angle, big payoff. 1. Lie on your side, bottom knee bent, hips stacked. 2. Move the top leg a few inches behind your body. 3. Turn toes slightly up toward the ceiling. Gentle external rotation. 4. Lift 4 to 8 inches. Pause 1 second. Lower slowly. What you should feel: back side of the side hip, not your low back. Common mistakes: rolling backward, keep pelvis stacked. Kicking too high, keep it low. Control beats height. Low back taking over, tighten ribs gently and slow down. Dose 2 sets times 8 to 10 reps per side. 3 days per week. Easy smaller lift or bent top knee. Harder 2-second hold or a light 1 to 2 pound ankle weight if pain-free. Pattern break. If this feels too easy, that's often a sign you've been training power but not control. And control is exactly what will level up in number 2. Exercise number 2, standing hip drop plus abduction build side-to-side balance. You actually use, I walk every day, isn't that enough? Walking is excellent for your heart and stamina, but walking is mostly forward. Real-life balance needs control side to side, especially during turns, curbs, uneven sidewalks, and quick changes of direction. Here's the key: every time you stand on one leg, even for a split second, your gluteus medius on the standing side has to hold your pelvis level. Biomechanics research suggests that simply balancing on one leg can demand roughly 50% to 106% of your maximum hip abduction strength, depending on the person and conditions. PMC translation: one leg stability is not light work. It can be a high-demand job for the side hip. And the bigger picture matches that: a large systematic review, 59 studies, 144 participants found hip abductor strength and activation are strongly linked to balance and mobility performance across ages. PMC pattern break quick quiz. When you stand on one leg to put on pants, do you feel your hip sink or your knee drift inward? If yeah, this drill is for you. Safety: first 10 seconds, stand next to a wall, countertop, or sturdy chair. If you feel sharp pain, dizziness, chest pressure, or new tingling/numbness, stop. If you've had a recent fall or surgery, severe osteoporosis, or uncontrolled blood pressure, check with your clinician/physio first. How to do it: slow, small, powerful one. Stand tall. Fingertips on the wall for light support. 2. Shift weight onto your left leg. Right foot hovers an inch off the floor, slightly forward. 3. Keep your left knee soft, not locked. 4. Let your left hip drop just 1 to 2 inches pelvis, tilt slightly. 5. Now pull the hip back up using the left side butt/hip. 6. Add a small move: gently sweep the hovering leg out to the side 6 to 12 inches, then return. Move slowly. Common mistakes: leaning your torso, stay tall hips, do the work. Knee collapsing inward, keep knee tracking over the middle toes. Moving too fast, control beats speed. Doze 2 sets of 6 to 10 reps per side, 3 days per week, which fits the WHO recommendation for multi-component balance, plus strength work on 3 or more days per week to help prevent falls. NCBI: easier, keep toes on the floor as a kickstand. Harder, reduce hand support to 1 fingertip, or add a 2-second hold at the top. Next up is number 1, where we turn this side-to-side control into a real-world step back and turn skill. Exercise number 1, standing hip extension plus external rotation, the step back and turn stability drill. So I'm just swinging my leg behind me. How is that better than a squat? Fair question. This move doesn't look impressive until you remember how people actually lose balance stepping backward, turning, reaching, and pivoting. Life is rotational. Most gym exercises are straight up and down. This is your real-world balance insurance because it trains your hip to stay steady while your body rotates exactly the moment your brain needs a fast catch-myself response. And that kind of training matters. An updated meta-analysis of 29 trials found that reactive balance training that challenges your recovery reactions made people 24% less likely to fall, risk ratio 0.76, and reduced the number of falls by 39%, rate ratio 0.61, compared with controls. It also reported more minor adverse events, 29% versus 20%, which is why we do this with support and control, not speed. PubMed safety setup non-negotiable. Stand sideways near a wall or countertop. 1 hand on support. Clear the floor. Shoes with grip, or barefoot if that's safer for you. Stop if you feel sharp pain, dizziness, chest pressure, or new tingling/numbness. How to do it: small range. Big control: 1, stand tall, ribs relaxed, gentle bend in the standing knee. 2, Shift weight onto your left leg. 3. Move the right leg 6 to 12 inches behind you, toe taps the floor lightly. 4. Turn the right toes slightly outward, external rotation. 5. Exhale and lift the leg back just 3 to 6 inches. Think quiet lift, not a big swing. 6. Let your upper body rotate a few degrees the same direction, like you're turning to look over your shoulder, then return to center slowly. What you should feel side back, hip, and glute on the standing leg working to keep you steady, not your low back. Common mistakes. Big swing equals losing control. Keep it short and slow. Hips twisting wildly. Rotate a little, like a dimmer switch. Arching the low back. Keep your tailbone heavy and ribs down. Dose 2 sets of 6 to 8 reps per side, 3+ days per week. Building up for at least 12 weeks, which matches international fall prevention guidance emphasizing progressive, balance challenging exercise multiple times weekly. KNGF easier. Keep the toes sliding on the floor, no lift. Harder, reduce hand support to fingertips or add a 2-second hold at the end of the turn. Pattern break if this feels too easy. Good, that usually means you're finally training control, not just burn. Bonus tip, 30 seconds. The protein plus water pair after your routine. After you finish these 4 moves, try this simple habit most days. Drink a full glass of water 8 to 12 ounces within 30 minutes. Add a protein anchor at the next meal. Aim for 25 to 30 grams of protein, or about 0.4 grams per kilogram, to support muscle maintenance as you age. Evidence in expert groups commonly suggest older adults often do better with protein spread across meals, not all at dinner. Why it fits this video: your balance improves when your hardware muscle and software nervous system both recover well. Hydration helps reduce lightheadedness for some people, and adequate protein supports muscle repair/strength over time. Super simple examples: 1 meal. Greek yogurt plus berries plus nuts. 2 to 3 eggs plus toast. Chicken/tuna/beans in a salad or wrap. Milk or soy milk smoothie with yogurt. Safety note: if you have kidney disease or are on a fluid restriction, follow your clinician's advice on protein/fluid. Conclusion: let's zoom out. If you've been doing squats and staying active, you've already done something right. The goal after 60 isn't more grind, it's better control, strong hips, steady balance, and a nervous system that reacts when life turns or you step back. Pick any 2 of these moves today, do 2 sets, and repeat 3 days a week for 4 weeks. Then notice stairs, turns, and standing on one leg. Use a wall or chair, move slowly, and stop if you feel sharp pain, dizziness, chest pressure, or new numbness/weakness. If you've had a recent fall or surgery, severe osteoporosis, or uncontrolled heart/blood pressure issues, check with your doctor or physical therapist first. Share this with a friend who wants safer glute work and more confidence today. If this helped, comment 1 and subscribe channel.